There.
We're back.
Hello, first mates. I've just been looking at my watch, wondering where are they all? Of course, we're back. Hello, everybody. We are back, and we are here for a brand new session. Thank you so much for everybody that joined our previous session. If you missed it, it was a humdinger. I do apologise. I ended up going on a bit of a soapbox moment right at the end there about championing Virgin Voyages. But yeah, if you have any questions, any complaints, email TTG. Thank you very much. But yes, if you haven't done so already, please drop an ahoy in the chat. You know how it is, right, guys? You know how it is. You are getting the vibes. You are getting into the groove of VV Fest. Drop your comments into the chat. Let us know how you're doing. If this is your first session of the day, ahoy, welcome. If this is your second session of the day, good on you. Good luck for the fourth one later on.
And there's new poll questions as well, so make sure they check out the poll and answer some of that.
Exactly. Yes, it's that poll. And remember, if you answer that poll, you're going to be in with a chance to go ahead and win a Virgin Voyage, which is excellent. I was about to say Alexa, excellent.
Don't start mine off. She's only next to me.
The temptation. Ahoy, Alison. Ahoy, Ruth. Ahoy, Leanne. Daryl, you're in here. Tess, ahoy. Catherine, I was ill yesterday and missed yesterday's sessions. Are they recorded? Absolutely, Catherine, they are. You can go back into this wonderful facility that TTG have put us on, and you can log in there, and you can go and click and you can view. Isn't that right, producer? Is that right? Yeah? Yeah, I'm getting a nod. Excellent. Good stuff. I was like, have I just made that up? I don't know. Maybe I had. I'm going to... Dagmara! Ahoy from Belfast. Let me know if I said your name wrong. It'd be quite funny. Chrissy, I'm getting hungry already. Tell you what, I'm getting hungry as well. It's 10:30 and I'm about to dazzle you with our dining options. Well, we are about to dazzle you with dining options. And then, Nikki Wolf. Ahoy, both. Well, ahoy, Nikki. And then Kirsten. Woo! Let's talk about food. Let's talk about food, baby. Let's talk about food and me. I'm gonna eat all the good things and the bad things. Let's talk about food, baby. There you go. Lisa, ahoy from Banbury. Don't know where that is. I'll be honest. I don't know where that is, Lisa. But let me know where it is. Is it sunny where you are?
I should know. It's definitely in my patch, but I've had a mind blank. I think it's Wiltshire or Oxfordshire.
Susan. Oh, yes, I did get it right. Thank you, Dora. I didn't go right then. Susan, I'm brand new to Virgin Voyages, so I can't wait to learn. Well, Susan, tell you what, by the end of this week, you are going to be a VV expert. You're going to know it all. Lisa, sunny Oxfordshire. There are. Look at it. The whole great thing about the VV Fest is that I get to learn a little bit more about geography and where you guys are based around the UK. Alicia, ahoy from West Yorkshire. There we are, Yorkshire, up north. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to learn about some Scran. And in this, they are thumb up. Anyway, Dine and Dazzled. In this session, we're going to look at why our restaurants are so good. Gemma did this before. I'm going to do it as well. Actually, do you know what? No, I'm not going to reveal it. I'm going to quiz you guys. Guys in the chat, okay? We have got award-winning inclusions. I might have already shared it, but there's a few of them. Can you let me know in the chat right now, what are the inclusions that we have in every voyage fair, right? So that's everything that we have in the voyage fair, things that we include for your clients to enjoy. Put it in the chat, hopefully. Hopefully you're going to do this. Otherwise,
they're going to know. They're going to know. They've smashed it.
20 eateries. Yes, Holly. Thank you. Anything else? The comments are not flying in. I'm going to have to reveal it. I'll reveal it. Oh, look, here they are. They're all coming now. But yes, so we've got dining in your 20 plus eateries, your tips, your wine now, your group fitness classes, essential drinks, a tea, coffee, still sparkling water, of your fresh non-pressed juices, basically anything that doesn't involve a barista with your tea and coffee, that includes. Guys, look at this.
The chat's going off. I love it.
You're experts. You know what it is. I'm going to invite one of you next time to come do this as well. Come alongside me and Jeff. And of course, all your shows and entertainment is included as well. Abosh. Excellent. So, instead of going in and having a look at all of our restaurants and talking about some of the food with some of the pictures, we thought we'd show you a fun little video to kick things off. Now, with this video, this is actually available on our marketing portal website. So feel free, we'll make it available. And you can go and download it and have a view of yourself. But roll VT. Gorgeous.
Yummy.
Absolutely gorgeous, right? Beautiful. Beautiful itineraries. People enjoy everything of that. And also beautiful restaurants and beautiful drinks as well. Some of the bars are in there as well. But let's talk about dining, right? Dining the Virgin way. Kind of 4 key pillars with dining the Virgin way is 1, eat your heart out, right? So we have got award-winning Michelin Star-inspired menus that are across a variety of countries from Mexico all the way through to gorgeous Italy, maybe even to Korea for some delicious barbecue as well. And also throw in some of your favorites as well. And a lot of you guys have probably been on board already and you've experienced some of our food. So if you haven't done so already, put in the chat right now. If I had to quiz you and say, right, you can only eat 1 meal on our ship for the rest of your life, what meal is it you're going to choose? Or where are you going to eat? I'll let you stew on that whilst I carry on. Excuse the pun there about the stew. But bye-bye buffets. No buffets on our ships. Instead, everything is made fresh to order. There is something for everybody. We've got 24 hours in which you can go ahead and always have an opportunity to grab something else. Because in this session, I don't even think we've got time to talk about it, but we have something called Ship Eats, which is in no relation to Uber Eats, may I add. Thank you very much. It's no relation to that at all. Instead, what it is it's a really clever way in which we deliver room service, basically. It's great. And then also, I think, Gemma.
The cream tea.
Gemma, talk through this. I think this is a parcel for us. Talk through this, Gemma.
There we go. I'm loving the comments, by the way. You're already saying what your favourites are. You're making me really hungry because I stupidly skipped breakfast this morning. But totally agree, Holly. The French toast at the wake is very yummy. Also can't beat pizza after a night in Ibiza. I actually went up to the galley and had a cooked breakfast at a silly o'clock in the morning. But yeah, love that. Extra virgin, pink agave, 1 meal brunch at the wake, steak and eggs. Oh my God, we are just so spoiled for choice when it comes to dining with Virgin Voyages. Luke looks very happy.
Well, I tell you what, first mates, and I can see the producers doing their nut here thinking, what is going on? I just had a parcel. And so for those of you who are involved a little bit later on, look at this. This has just arrived. What?
Mine hasn't got it yet. That looks great.
Anyway, we'll uncover that a little bit. I mean, it's absolutely huge. But we'll uncover that a little bit later. But yes, so with this, right, satisfying food for every mood. With this. Okay, so again, this is a bit more of an understanding that we want to create dining experiences on board that cater for everybody's need. It's not just a one-size-fits-all. It's not just a big old buffet. Because a lot of people say, why didn't you do a buffet? Why didn't you? You're totally right. If we'd done a buffet, it would have been 1, cheaper to do, 2, able to deliver to quantity, and 3, it's a one-size-fits-all approach. But for us, that compromised the quality and the experience that somebody would receive on board our ship. So we moved away from the buffet, and instead we opted for specialty dining and our take upon a food hall called the Galley. But you can see here the 4 key themes that are defining every one of our restaurants: the refined, elevated, casual everyday, and fast casual. And depending on the time spent in there, I mean, 2+ hours. Let's face it, I'm going to be in the wait for 3 hours, mashing my way for a fillet steak. It's absolutely delicious. Mm-hmm. But with that, right, the key thing is that it is well thought out. You don't just somehow fall into the fact that we decided not to do a buffet. Gemma, you might have already covered this, but just a quickly overview, tell us the wide variety of food on board.
So we've mentioned, and many of you know, you got it right in the comments, that we offer over 20 eateries on board. So we have no buffets, which is great. All your food is cooked fresh to order. In those 20 eateries, you're never going to go hungry, and it doesn't matter what you're in the mood for. We'll have something for you. So we've got our 6 speciality dining restaurants, no extra charge. Unbelievable. That's Extra Virgin, which is our beautiful Italian. Gumbay, which is our Korean barbecue. Absolutely love Gumbay. To be honest, it's hard to pick a favorite, and I know if you've been on board, you'll struggle too. When people say, what's your favorite restaurant? I'm like, I don't know, because I went to one and then was like, this is my favorite. Went to another one, that was my favorite. So they're all just so yummy. The Wake, Luke has already mentioned, steak and seafood restaurant. Razzle Dazzle, which is a like veggie forward American diner style restaurant. You've then got Test Kitchen. I've seen someone already comment saying that that's one of their favorites. It's like an experimental dining experience. And you've got Pink Agave, which is our beautiful upscale Mexican, as well as so many other places that you can grab food. We've talked about Galley.
Well, let's dive in and have a look a little bit more at some of these places in a little bit more detail. So we talk about the Wake a lot because we love the Wake. It's so good. It's absolutely amazing. But the key thing is that a lot of people don't realize the Wake is open for brunch as well. So top tip, go to the Wake for brunch, steak and eggs, absolutely delicious, but upscale your brunch to a bottomless brunch, unlimited mimosas. If you're feeling fruity, if you're feeling fancy, if you don't have to, you can just sit back and just, mosh on out to water. It's delicious.
Every time I always go on about the bread, and I know it's a steak and seafood, so I know that there's amazing food on the menu, but the bread in the Wake are like little clouds of dough heaven. Oh, it's lovely. If you know, you know.
Yeah, the brioche loaf that's served with that really nice kind of garlic aioli.
So good.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, look at that. Kirsten says she had brunch in the Wake twice. So good. Absolutely. But yes, look at that. So the key thing is steak and seafood. You get all the trimmings on the side and some really great compliments to that as well. Filet mignon, you got your ribeye, you got your sirloin, New York strip. They got the lot. It's delish. Actually, controversial, they do the best fish in there as well. It is the salt-baked dorade. Delish. Gumbay.
Gumbay. Should we play the game? No, I'm joking. No, not enough time for that. But Gumbay is our Korean barbecue. And don't get me wrong, I think some people, it's really sociable. You can be sat with other people, which I tell people that, and some go, oh, I don't really want to dine with other people. I promise you, please try it. Even if you've got that kind of, low mood, not really feeling it, it is the best place to go and lift your mood. It's interactive. The crew are phenomenal. The food is cooked all in front of you. They play a great shot game. The food is just phenomenal, and the atmosphere in there is electric. I absolutely loved Gumbay, and I'm a pescatarian, and they always check before they start cooking for any dietary requirements, allergies, so they can cook in order. Like when I said pescatarian, they made sure they'd done the vegetables first, give it a clean, then done the fish, give it a clean, then done the meat. So they are really, really good at making sure that they're catering for every single person on that table.
There you go. Excellent. Julie says, I heard there's a really good chocolate cake somewhere on the ship. Where can you get that? Well, I'm going to tell you where you can get it, because it's this place here, Razzle Dazzle.
That's perfect timing.
So, fun fact about Razzle Dazzle, right? So, it is our vegetarian forward restaurant. And so, what we've done is we wanted to create a place where we actually pay homage to the vegetarian dish, but instead of, I guess, kind of having a traditional restaurant where 80% of the menu is meat, 20% is vegan and vegetarian, we flipped it on its head, and we've got 80% vegetarian and vegan and 20% meat. And we also offer meaty treats. And it's ironic that the best fried chicken on board the ship is, in fact, in our vegetarian restaurant. It's nautical theme inspired. So the stripes that you'll see on the wall, that's called Razzle Dazzle. It's an artwork that was for World War One cruisers back in the early 1900s. It was to blend them into the horizons because so it made the ships a little bit harder to see. There you go. So Razzle Dazzle there, which is great. It's available for breakfast, brunch, and dinner. But the great thing is, right, in dinner, it turns into something else called Razzle Dazzle After Dark. You go to Razzle Dazzle After Dark, the menu changes, and you get something even more incredible. In there, there's a Sir Richard Branson burger. It is absolutely delicious. And of course, there may or may not be a secret menu in Razzle Dazzle. I don't know. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But Julie, this is where you get that amazing chocolate cake. It's the Razzle Dazzle cake. It is huge. And it's served with cream, and it is honestly the most indulgent, delicious cake you'll have. And if you can do 2 slices, fair play to you. I can barely do 1. But yeah, Kirsten, yeah, the fried chicken is the best. It is so good. And then extra virgin. This is my fave. I love extra virgin. You've been to extra virgin, haven't you, Jem?
I have a couple of times. I love it. Again, I had sea bass in there though, and it was, well, to be honest, we actually tried pretty much most things on the menu. It was so good, and the cheese board at the end, oh, lovely.
Well, that's it, right? So extra virgin, right? What extra virgin is it's not like, you know, a typical Italian restaurant where it'll have like a pasta dish, then it'll have a pizza, and then it'll have gelato. This Italian restaurant is built around kind of that authentic home-cooked Italian kitchen vibes. Like it is, your food is served family style, and the pasta is not necessarily the main dish. The pasta is almost treated like a side dish, and you have some really great Italian-inspired classics. From the steak in there is actually delicious. From the steak to the chicken in there, to the fish as well, to the clam pasta, by the way, is absolutely incredible. But then, of course, you've got the antipasti board. You've also got the affragata trolley. Now, I've been told if affragata and affogato are 2 very similar words, but one means a lawyer and one means kind of like your ice cream trolley. I get them wrong every time, so I'm like, "Where's the law?" I'm expecting the lawyer to turn up to me at the end of dinner and be like, "Oh, there's a lawsuit here. You've eaten too much." Holly, I didn't know that. It sounds great. Rebecca, the truffle pasta is stunning. Kerry, do you need to book the restaurants in advance or just walk in? Great question. So there's a couple of options, right? So we have a couple of options. So for your rock stars and your mega rock stars and for your normal sailors there, we do offer a pre-booking window before you come on board the ship. However, the vast majority of the itinerary opens up when you get on board on embarkation day. So the ability to go ahead and book is available there as well. And we also do accept the vast majority of walk-ins. And also, please remember that all of this is included in the voyage fare. So there's no surcharges when you leave on the food. Obviously, if you go ahead and purchase alcohol, then you've got to pay for alcohol. You can't go there and be like, Luke said it was free. Meanwhile, you're smashing a bottle of Moe. It's the food on there is no surcharge as well. So all the speciality dining is included. In fact, all the food's included with every voyage fare. Now, one of the key things about this, what you've raised there, Kerry, is that the restaurants are run exactly like on land. So the reason why the food is so good is because the food is made in its own separate galley. What you tend to find on most other ships is you might find there's only sort of 1, 2, maybe 3 central galleys, and each one of them pumps out the food to all the restaurants on board the ship. With us, each restaurant has its own separate galley. It's got its own separate head chef, its own separate front of house team, back of house team, and it's run like a restaurant on land. And with that, it means that the experience you get is of the same experience that you know and love on land. It means that the service is the same. It means that the quality of the food's going to be the same. It means that the attention to detail is always going to be there. There's not that mass approach. Instead, it's curated and it is special in its approach. Jacqueline, extra virgin is not to be missed. Absolutely. When I lived on board the ship for 7 months, I pretty much ate there every night. It was so good. You could cut me up and I'd probably I'd probably have Aperol Spritz running through me instead. But pink agave, Pink agave is delicious, isn't it, Jem? Love
It
pink
is.
agave.
Look at those taco desserts in the picture there. I remember them. They were so yummy. Love pink agave. So our upscale Mexican is phenomenal. On it, my favorite was those taco desserts there.
And the key thing with pink agave is it's thinking outside. I mean, it's ironic we've got a picture of a taco there, but thinking outside the taco, because when people think of Mexican food, they typically think of Tex-Mex, right?
Yeah.
Burritos, enchiladas, loaded fries with a bit of spice on it. So for us, we wanted to deliver authentic Mexican cuisine in a really cool modern environment. So you'll find that the space is Tom Dixon created as well. So for any of the design buff houses out there, you know your design houses. Tom Dixon helped created that restaurant. It is incredible. And for some nights, Pink Agave turns into an after hours party. So there's a DJ that pops up there. There's some Mexican music that goes down. It's also got, fun fact, tequila and mezcal bar. And so the mixologists and sommeliers in there are incredible at making some amazing tequila and mezcal infused cocktails. I think there's over 50 plus different tequilas and mezcals in there. So there you go. If you want to go and count them, let me know. If you want to let me know that I'm wrong with the number, let me know. But I'm pretty sure there's 50 plus. Jacqueline, food in pink agave is exquisite, so creative and delicious. It is. And that duck there with the yam puree. And for those of you who wonder, I didn't know yam is essentially sweet potato. Who would have thought? It's the same thing. Did you know that, Jem? Yam is sweet potato.
Definitely not.
That's it. I'm pretty sure it's the same. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. I'll take the flowers. I'll accept the L. But I'm pretty sure yams and sweet potatoes are the same thing. I'm waiting for the comments to come back to me and say you're wrong. But anyway, Test Kitchen. So this one, right? Test Kitchen is interesting, okay, because it is molecular gastronomy inspired by French cuisine. If you think of Heston Blumenthal, you think of all those experiential TV chefs that you know that love the theatre, the theatrics of food, the experience that you get. It's not just about what goes in your mouth. It's about how it arrives at your table in your lap. It's about the experience from the point when you walk in to the point when you leave. Test Kitchen is the place for you, right? It is a set course menu. As soon as you enter, your trust is placed in the hands of the chef, and the menu you'll receive is just sort of one-word ingredients. And all you'll get to do is just sit down and enjoy an absolutely incredible food, from a glop to the smoke to trying some really interesting flavors like venison and chocolate. I didn't know that was a thing. And it's absolutely delicious. And there's hot off the press. There was 2 menus in Test Kitchen. There's 3. It's 3 menus now, and another hot off the press. Test Kitchen's opening for brunch.
Woo!
But you didn't know that. Well, there you go. Fun fact. Look out for the news article later on TTG. A lot.
I loved Test Kitchen. I'd never had a dining experience like it ever until I went on there, and someone else has commented and I was thinking exactly the same. I can't believe that there's no extra charge for it, because it just is so different to your normal dining experiences.
Well, that's it. If you went and had that experience, in any inner city restaurant, you're looking at paying well over £100 at least. $150, $200. But it is an incredible experience, right? It's one to try. I'll be very honest with you guys as well. It's a love it or hate it situation. Okay, some people absolutely love it and they think it's absolutely incredible. Some people think, well, do you know what? It's not really for me. I'm not really bothered about the theatrics. Just want to put the scran in my mouth. Well, that might not be the restaurant for you. However, the food you should try in there is absolutely incredible, because I guarantee you the flavors are interesting. Some of the combos are very interesting, but the quality of the ingredients is unrivaled, and the experience just to be in there and see it is incredible. I mean, I've never had caviar before, and the first time I had it in Test Kitchen was for some people, there's a thing. For others, they're like, oh, caviar? No, thanks. But you can pick and choose. It's up to you.
Laura said her boyfriend didn't fancy going to Test Kitchen, but after she convinced him, he wanted to go again. Unbelievable experience.
And look, Samantha says they were fantastic in Test Kitchen with one mushroom allergy. Absolutely. So if there are allergies that we need to be aware of, the venue has facilities. It also has options for you as well. And Helena, do you have any dress codes for the restaurants? No, there's no dress codes on board. Just come as you are. Just wear some sort of clothing, Helena. That's all we ask. Just wear something. Doesn't have to be designer labels. Doesn't have to be a tux. Doesn't have to be. It could be whatever you like. It could be t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. It could be long pants, a polo, and some dress shoes. It could be just a t-shirt and jeans. It could be a dress. It could be a ball gown. It could be whatever you want. The key thing is there's no dress codes. You do you. You wear what you like. Just have a great time. That's all we ask.
Liz asked, sorry, just quickly, Liz asked, is test kitchen still veggie friendly? Absolutely, Liz. Yes, we are veggie, and we obviously always check any dietary and allergy requirements in all of our restaurants.
Very nice. That's it. Absolutely. And there we go. So now we're getting into, so those are the specialty dining restaurants. We've actually also got a collection of other eateries in and around the ship, from the Dock House that serves Mediterranean inspired. It's like a Mediterranean inspired mezzi lounge that serves amazing tapas. A lot of people love the prawns or the shrimp in there. It does some great pulpo. So for those that are Spanish out there, pulpo is octopus. It's a grilled octopus with a little bit of paprika on there. Delish. There's that in there, but there's also some really great little steak sliders and some chicken little cocktail thingamabobbies. But they also do some great little dip bowls as well. Noodle around, that's up in the galley. So noodle around, that is noodle bar. It's great. Ramen in there. Absolutely incredible. You can get spicy ramen, non-spicy ramen. Always go for the spicy ramen. Gemma, quick question. When you go to Nando's, what level of spice do you have?
Oh, normally medium, but I'm put off it at the moment.
Yeah, I can understand that. Well, noodle around, they've got spice level for all ages and for all taste buds. If you want no spice, that's fine. If you want to blow your head off, tell them I want you to blow my head off, and they will make you a delicious ramen that will blow your head off. The dock there, that's the outside version of the Dock House. Test kitchen, we got that there. The galley. That is the collection of eateries in and around up on deck 15. The social club there. So the social club is our take upon, I guess, sort of like a games bar. So in there, we've got some screens there for people to watch live sports, but it also serves things like some really great hot dogs, chicken wings, popcorn, pick a mix. You can get some pick a mix in there. You can also, if you wanted to, you can get some spiked milkshakes in there as well. Lick Me Till I Scream as well. So our famed ice cream parlor that serves ice cream daily.
All included. Remember, guys, all included. We're not charging extra for this.
That's right. And then the pizza place as well. So the pizza place, that is incredible. You know, when you go out for a night out with your friends, then you end the night probably in like some restaurant. For us, pizza place is our vibe. Pizza place, it becomes incredible about 11, 12 at night. People are in there having a great time, but the pizzas in there are so good. Freshly baked, delicious in flavor. Top tip, go for a pretty fly for a white pie, but add pepperoni on it. Thank me later. So there you go. So this is quite cool. So dining with us. Actually, no, Lisa, I'll come to your question in just a minute, Lisa. Come to your point there. So dining with us versus dining out elsewhere. This slide, right, is not designed to throw shade on any other line. What it's designed to do is just to kind of hero the elements of what makes us, what makes Sailing the Virgin Way stand out more, and what Sailing the Virgin Way does, and how we approach dining with a Virgin twist versus what somebody might experience elsewhere. So this isn't sort of us versus the industry. This is literally just, this is what we do. This is what you might be familiar with. So elsewhere you can see the options there, but for us, all the dining's included, your Michelin Star-inspired menus. There's no bills at the end of each meal. All your food's freshly prepared. No buffets, no big dining halls, no assigned seating. As in, what we mean by that is there's no forced assigned seating. You're not going to turn up to a restaurant and then suddenly sit down and find yourself dining with 3 other couples that you have no idea who they are, and you never chose to do that. We're not going to put you in that situation. No single-use plastics and no dress codes as well. So there you go. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. So Lisa Towie answered the test coaching question from the slide. Then Luke gave the new answer. Can't change it. Okay. Let's have a look here as well. Lisa, how do you fit it all in? May have to book a back-to-back. That's right. Book that in there as well. There we go. There's no assigned seating. Does this mean you share? There is. If there is no assigned seating, does this mean it is shared tables? No, it doesn't. So if you are a solo, okay, and you want to dine on your own, and you go to Gumbay, absolutely you can. What the crew will do is they'll say, "Would you like to dine with some other solos?" And then you can either say yes or no. And if the answer is yes and you want to meet new people, go for it. If the answer is no and you don't, absolutely fine. You can dine on your own as well. Remember, there's no buffets on board. So there's none of that kind of, okay, we've got to choose between 6 and 8 or 5 and 7, and we're going to dine with the same 8 people throughout the entire week. We don't have any of that. Holly, what time does the pizza place close? Holly said it's close until 1:30 a.m. So I think what they try and do, it's not open on every night, but obviously they'll stay open till late in connection with the events going on in the Manor and the Red Room. Good stuff. Just a quick question, just a quick point on this. Oh, actually, Kirsten just raised a point. Sushi, and we have run out of time, so I do apologise. But one quite important thing to know is this month, right, is Eat and Drink Month. Eat and Drink Festival on board Our Lady ships, right? So
Okay, I think Luke might be having some technical issues there, but what he was telling you about, can you hear me okay? Gabby, yeah, I've got the thumbs up. Okay, so Luke was talking about the Eat and Drink Festival month next month. So Virgin Voyages will put on different signature experiences for our sailors. So if you are sailing next month, I'm very, very jealous. We're going to have our first ever Asian night market up in the galley. So it's a really good immersive experience that lets our sailors, you know, get their taste buds going with the Asian cultures through authentic tastes. We've also got things like our cocktail treasure hunt, which is the Seven Seas Sippers, and many other events going on. Hopefully I haven't missed too much, but absolutely, if you are on board, check out the food, Eat and Drink Festival even. And then there is a QR code on here, which is our dining cheat sheet. So please get your mobile phones out and scan this QR code. Hopefully there you go. Luke is showing you on his phone. That is going to be a really good tool for you, our first mates, to use and show our sailors.